All right, guys, welcome back. This is the second part of the video with father and son, Erik and Dave. First video was about the great stories that they had together playing Magic and how they got, how Dave actually amassed this insane beta set, Arabian Nights set, some unlimited cards, antiquities set, some Mirage, revised boxes, all that stuff. So this is kind of interesting. First off, I like to... These guys are still here. Yeah, I'll just... That's good. I want to thank these guys who sit in the middle right here. I'm far away, but I want these two cards. This is a Dick Sisler. Apparently, there's a meaning to this, and the reason why is Erik was very thoughtful. He read an SMR article, I assume, about in PSA that I collected the 1952 Topps baseball set. And I actually sold my cards just because I got tired of collecting. It was such a big set, and kind of invested in Magic cards, which turned out to be good. But this is going to inspire me to buy and make another set. So thanks for that.
That's awesome.
Appreciate that. Thanks again for sharing your stories, Dave. So here you go. So I'll show you the Dick Sisler, guys. This is not on the reserve list. This is reserve list money right here, everybody. I'm doing buyouts of Dick Sisler. All right, and also I got this awesome Sorceress Queen artist proof. Artist proofs, guys. It's not just signed, but look at the back. It's blank. According to Erik, it's blasphemy to have a signed card. Can you explain briefly what that means to you?
I guess it's like religion or politics. It's how you view it. My opinion, I am a big promoter of having an artist sign a case, but when they put pen to card, in my opinion, it's just a glorified ink card. But again, my opinion means nothing, but I just don't collect cards with signatures from the artists. If they want to sign the case, I think that's a great compromise where you still, for me, I don't even like PSA graded and Beckett graded cards. I don't like plastic sleeves. I don't play this game to have plastic, containers of Magic cards. I like to take it out of the sleeve and look at it.
So you're a purist.
I do. I like to see the card. I like to be able to see it. Yeah. But you see these guys that have stacks of Beckett and these tins that they go through and look at, and I'm like, it's
you don't understand it at all.
I don't.
Okay.
Because it's under glass.
Right.
And it's they can have it graded and do all that other stuff. It's great. But when I pick up a card and look at it and penny sleeve it and play with it, I think that's
what you grew up with. Right. Yeah, and I respect that a lot. All right, guys, so let's take a look. All right, guys, thanks for sharing that. So, I'll still get back to you guys here. Speaking of inked cards and stuff, so this collection, there's a full beta set here. Decent condition, but sadly, these 4 cards were inked. Annoying.
We did not do that.
Why do you think people even do that? Was that even like something people did? I mean, like back in the day, did you guys experience that, or did you guys even notice that kind of stuff?
Well, nobody did.
Yeah, here's the
this corner.
I mean,
what was the point?
Well, yeah,
right there.
Yeah, I never saw the point.
There was no point of it, right? How about reback cards? Have you guys seen that before?
I've never seen one.
A reback?
And he's not going to know what that means.
So a reback card was
way back in time.
Actually, back to what I was saying to Erik earlier. Here's this one's the worst one, so you can see it. The worst part about the reback cards is there was a set back in the day called the 1994 Collector's Edition, International Edition. Have you heard of that? They're square corner cards.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You never bought those, but those cards were back in the day purchased, and people would reback them and put Magic the Gathering backs. They would strip the fronts, the back, strip the backs, then glue Magic the Gathering cards, and then basically make a Mox or Black Lotus or whatever. Now, they're very glossy in the front, so you can kind of tell. The print is a big giveaway. It's also heavier stock because it's hard to, you have 2 cards together.
When there's glue, too.
When they're glued together. But it's also, though, there are people that have done a really good job doing it, so sometimes they're really hard to find. I mean, hard to detect. So there are people that have bought a lot of reback cards, and it's something that has happened. So you guys never saw that back in the day.
We saw those decks in We thought they were just gimmicky.
Right. Those are actually worth something today, but I totally understand. But that's something that was. Remember, I was telling you about ink cards are probably the worst. There are a few cards that were binder dean guys due to the nature. There was Dave had a 3-ring binder, but I'll just go through some of these cards and yeah, I mean, I really think these are really nice cards. I mean, I think overall they're a nice. Let me see. Let me do this without doing it wrong. I think they're a really nice representation of the set. Just some beautiful artwork. What are some of the favorite cards you guys had? You guys liked back in the day?
Icy Manipulator was always an anchor to every deck. It could go into any deck, so that was probably my favorite. Plus the art, the original Alpha Beta Unlimited artwork for, and even 3rd edition was still my favorite when it came to art and the fact that it was so universal. It was like Maze of Ith, Icy Manipulator, and Juggernaut usually were the standard for everyone's 3rd edition decks back in the day, and I enjoyed that.
Well, Icy was not in 3rd edition, but you had to use it from the Unlimited edition. You're saying, right. Now you guys use that to tap down creatures and mana. Is that what you did?
Yeah, tap land, tap whatever was hurting you at the time.
Yeah, that's a very cool card. Did you guys ever do the Howling Mine Icy Manipulator combo with a card called Relic Barrier from...
yeah, that was Dave's bread and butter.
Right? Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
So basically, you put down Howling Mine, and you are drawing double the cards, but you tap down with Relic Barrier, the Howling Mine, and if Relic Barrier, if Howling Mine is tapped, then... No effect for you, my friend. So Dave is all about the card advantage.
Yep.
So this is the Lotus. It's a very nice card. Unsigned by Christopher Rush. Very, very clean. Yeah, what do you guys think about the Black Lotus back in the day? Was it necessarily the best card? What do you guys think?
It wasn't necessarily the best card. It was obviously it's a universal card. It was a card that could be used pretty much in any deck. I think Dave, he preferred the boxes more than he did the...
Yeah, I like the boxes better because you could get them out and reuse, keep using them.
Right.
As long as nobody shattered them.
Well, and even if you had Lotus first turn, you ended up taking a mana burn anyway. Even if it was with the Black Vice or, you had to chew it up right away.
Right.
Versus the boxes, they continually helped you throughout the games.
Unless you were popping out a Shivan Dragon.
Right.
That was the big card then.
Well, and Moxes are beneficial throughout the game, but Lotuses, if you get them late in the game, they don't really play a part.
Right.
So when you already have established mana and you get a Lotus late in the game, it goes from being the most powerful card to one of probably just an annoying draw.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's also a card called Swords to Plowshares, which could take away your creature instantly. And you did all that mana ramp to basically get that Shivan Dragon out, and it dies anyway.
Right.
So there's lots of different strategies. What are some of the more creative decks you saw back in the day?
I think your
Elf decks.
got creative.
There's a lot of things you could do with black and white because white had a lot of enchantments that you could add to the creatures. Take a little creature and puff them up.
Yeah, and stasis decks, those were annoying. I did not care to play against those.
No.
Because it would basically disable the decks that you played, and it just slowed the game down. When you had the guys that were really into the stasis direct damage decks, they were...
The Black Vice Stasis.
Yeah, and then the rack or whatever else. It was just like... Yeah, that was my least favorite. But
I think one of the funnest decks to play was an elf deck that, I forget which card it was, but there was a card where you could pull out big creatures. I don't think it was the Voltaic Key either. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, there's like a card called Tinker, where you can just basically put out a creature or something fast. I forgot exactly what it does. Yeah, something powerful, but that's like a big vintage combo card.
Yeah.
But Yeah, cards just got insanely powerful at a certain point. I mean, you guys notice that? Like over the years, the new cards are just nuts.
Well, like you get 100 life. Like what is up with that? You know, some of these planeswalkers and some of their abilities, and you know, you look at time stop where it was, and then the game's over. Like this game, there's actually cards where it just says end turn. Wherever they were at in their game, their place, you can just end their turn. So I think it's more manipulation in the newer sets versus the older sets where you kind of had to abide by the rules of the cards. Now it's what cards can I use to play different.
All right, guys. So what we have here is just some Arabian Nights cards. They are full set, decently played in some of this. They're not as nice as the beta ones. I gotta say the beta ones probably the nicer ones. Where did you get it from back in the day? Do you know the vendor or the person you were saying before?
Oh, the beta set, I got a lot of the base cards were from one guy. So I think maybe he had bought a set and pulled all the power cards out of it and some of his other favorite cards. So a guy named Nick who owned a card shop in Knollwood Plaza in Minnesota.
Years ago.
Had touched base with this guy somehow, maybe he was a local guy, and had asked me, he said, well, if this guy's willing to sell the set for this much, are you interested in buying it? And I said, sure, that gives me a great base. I'll have all these cards to fill in whatever I don't have, and then we'll work on, and it was after I got that, then I was like, we worked on getting the power cards to fill it in.
Right.
And then it was about, at that point, it was more than just knowing what all the cards did. I knew what those cards did, the power cards, so I was like, yeah, we got to add those so that we can use them.
Yeah. And then you got some Mirage set, Vision set, Urza's Destiny, 3 revised boxes, and a random 16 packs. Revised boxes back in the day, were they sold out pretty quickly at your shops? How did that work out?
I wouldn't say they were sold out quickly.
So those were not like beta where they're just
There
gone.
was a staple. There was a staple for quite some time. Even after they stopped printing them, there was still a pretty good amount of supply that was out there. But this one was just had the smarts to buy them and put them in a closet for 25 years.
Right. Well, the guy I mentioned earlier, Nick, was actually going to move back to Michigan. I think he's going back to live closer to family. And so one day I'm in his shop and he said, hey, I got some leftover revised boxes, and he'd sell them to me for, I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was $80 a box or something.
$80.
And
Jesus, why don't you just buy everything?
And I said, well, how many you got?
I want 10% off.
But I bought 5 boxes and we opened one, and I think I opened about a half of another one, and then pretty much had all the cards that I needed on them. I just stuck them in the closet.
Yeah.
And
we played sealed deck back in the day, where when we ran out of things to do, we would be like, well, let's just go buy a starter deck and a couple boosters, and then play round robin and see, because that was more of how creative you could be with the sealed decks versus bringing power to the table. So I think he bought them so that when we got
way
together,
of challenging each other.
Yeah, and I think he bought them just so that we could play sealed decks, and then we just never got around to doing it. So,
yeah,
thankfully.
Well, we did some, but when you do sealed deck, you take the deck and we would take 2 or 3 booster packs.
Yeah.
And out of that, you'd make the best you could.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, we would have a deal where we would take, how do we do the pass the cards?
The draft. Yeah, drafting.
Drafting, yeah. So we'd take a bunch and pass them over and try to make something out of it.
And Revise was good for that. It was a lot more. I remember playing with my cousins. Definitely, like the betas were like the mystique. Like you were saying, like comic book shops, like maybe had 1 or 2 here and there, and they would get some in just randomly, apparently. So,
well, I can remember when Schindler's was a
card shop
conglomerate of card shops. They had 10 or 12 of them around the Twin Cities in Minnesota, and especially the one downtown Minneapolis. On Hennepin Avenue, they had this little case that would open up, and not always, but sometimes they would have either a box or a partial box of Legends or I don't know that I ever saw Beta. I think Legends was about the only thing. I did get a box, a starter deck of Beta one time.
Did you open it or?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I opened it. I want to see what I can get.
I found out what he had because I found the box.
What'd you get?
About 2 weeks ago.
Good
No,
on
I
you.
just found the box and I said, Dad, you know this is a Beta box, right?
Oh, do you have the cards in there, or do they in
The cards were still in the box.
Yeah, I brought them. They're in the pages.
They're here somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, the pages here.
Yeah, the pages are.
Oh, so you put them in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That you open in the box and you okay.
But
Right.
the box was open though, and whatever I got, I took out and users put it in a sleeve. So
Where's the box?
That I didn't bring.
That'd be funny to just sign in and be like, "That's Dave's starter deck beta set."
Yeah.
All right, well there you go, guys. It's a fascinating tale. So yeah, there's a story to everything in Magic. Put in the comment below your fascinating stories. If you want to sell your collection, go to vintagemagic.com. Contact us. It's been a pleasure hanging out with these guys. We're going to do some gaming, relax, just kind of unwind today. And they got in this morning. And I really got to say, I've seen a lot of collections in my life, heard a lot of stories, but this one is the first time where I was able to see father and son combo. And I got to say, it makes me it just makes me very it makes me feel good that this I can see myself as Dave one day, and then kind of seeing Erik get emotional, like that's going to be me and my son one day. And that to me is what I'm most excited about. And obviously I sell these cards and I make a living off them, but I still agree with Erik on the game. I mean, the game is just absolutely the best game ever created. Right? Do you agree? Like the best game created. I've played every game possible, just about, video games, Scrabble, whatever, and those are great games. But this game is just repetitively challenging. It's annoying. It's exciting. It's like
you can golf. You
can exactly.
never be great at
exactly.
it.
Like
you could just try really hard.
Like one day you might get lucky for some reason. You're putting like a crazy animal, and the next day most likely you suck. And it's just always it's extremely rewarding when you golf well. Right? It's the best feeling. Like, I got par. I don't know how I did it. I got par.
And it's still the luck of the draw, because on any given day, you can beat your opponent. And you don't have to you can have the lesser deck, and you can still beat them.
Yes. There's a lot of decks that are budget decks that are like white weenie or mono red decks that still to this day do very well. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks again for watching. We'll, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with these cards. Obviously, we have a lot of stuff, but if you guys have any questions on cards, if you have any more great stories you want to share, I will be doing no travel pretty much in May, but I will be going to Tokyo. Tokyo, have you guys been to Tokyo?
Not.
Tokyo in June, meet with some clients and some relaxation, and hope to share some more collections then. All right, guys, wave goodbye.
Quick shout out to Trent and Ellie.
Trent, Ellie?
My daughter and my son.
All right. And the wife. You got to say why the wife.
Yes.
Angie, yes. Yeah, number one, Angie.
Yeah,
How about you? How about you, Dave? Anybody?
Oh, Rita, Ben, Sam, Annette, Mike.
He's got a lot of 5 grandkids.
and the grandkids, 22 of them. So, yeah.
22.
22.
Holy mother of God, guys. All right, guys. God, you got to use protection. All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.